Good morning, everybody. Broadcasting live from a small town between Tequila, Mexico and Guadalajara, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We're going live, and we're going to rock your world this morning. We have a lot of info on the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make travel videos about the joys of living in Mexico, and I want to welcome everybody who has shown up this morning. Jack Webb! That's funny. Jack Webb, he's in Ajijic. I talked to Katie Ibarra yesterday, and I guess you and she and your wife are going to go look at some houses today. So you enjoy. And Jack Webb, let us know where you're staying. Are you in the Hotel Posada? And yesterday I talked for 2 hours with a couple of regulars who are always in the house. CMT 63. Her name is Chris. Her husband's name is Mark. They are staying at the Hotel Posada in Ajijic, and I talked with them for an hour and 43 minutes on the phone yesterday. They got in, I think yesterday or the day before, they got SIM cards for their telephones, and they gave me their Mexican phone numbers, and we talked about what was going on and their airplane trip. It was really funny. It was great to talk to them. Christine Prowse, good morning from Montana. I hope it's warming up out there. Jimmy Thomas, good morning. Good morning from San Antonio, Texas. And Elizabeth is in the house. Hola, Elizabeth. Henry Harville. Hola, Jack Webb. She's picking us up at 10 o'clock. Okay. Hey, okay. Cindy. Hola, Cindy. James and Rena. 38 days till Ajijic, 21 days till retirement. Get ready, man. You're getting ready to rock your world. James and Rena. Michael Adams in the house from Canada. Hola, Michael. And we have Edward from Philadelphia. It's warming up out there. Springtime has come. We got a lot of information this morning. I took my trip this week. I've got a lot of video clips about the trip, and most of the video clips are about travel. Most of the video clips are going to be about traveling in Mexico. Katrina, good morning, Katrina. Yeah, Gigi. Hola. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. Congratulations for what? Brian Maiden, good morning. Hope you had a great week. Good morning to you, Brian. Always nice to have you in the house. That girl is in the house. Ooh, that girl. Oh, that girl's back in Ajijic. Got back Wednesday. Big G. From Puerto Vallarta. Wow, since we have Puerto Vallarta in the house, I've got to do my advertisement here for Aurelio, Teresa's son-in-law. If you get sick and you're in Puerto Vallarta, Aurelio, this is his website, and his website is in the description below. He will come out to your house, to your hotel. He might even get on a boat and help you out. It's only 300 pesos for the visit. It's 600 pesos. That's $15 in the day, $30 in the night. But Aurelio has a big heart. He's a great doctor, and he can help you out. Okay, Jack Webb, we stayed for a week at the Italian Via Nauclis. Now off to Chapala to a new Airbnb. Oh, we need to see some pictures, Jack. Send us some pictures of the Airbnb and the name. Lots of news on the channel this morning. Yes. Okay, you guys, here we go. Let's get with what happened this week. I'm going to do 2 videos, or I'm going to publish 2 videos this week. One video is about the trip itself. It was a wonderful trip. I had excellent karma with me. Everything hooked up just right. And I owe it all to my tour guide who hooked me up with all of the information. And her name is Lucy. And she does tours in Guadalajara, Colima, and I ended up staying in a place called Colima. I never even heard of Colima, but that's where I stayed. It's right next to Colima. And it's kind of like a ahi-heek kind of place with less Americans and Canadians. I loved it. I loved everything. But let's take a peek at Lucy. Here's Lucy here. She's brilliant. She knows so much about Mexico. She's almost 40 years old. She's lived in Mexico for 21 years. She's from Montreal, Canada. And I tell you what, I'm putting up a video of an interview that I did with Lucy. She's brilliant. And she blew me away with her information. And I was with her for 5 hours on Monday, and then I was with her for 5 hours on Tuesday. And for the entire trip, I felt like I was on drugs. I felt so high. The things that she was showing me, the information that she was giving me, it was fantastic. But let's get on to the trip. Oh, good morning, Susan from Ahi-Heek. Great to have all of you in the house today. So here's how my trip started out. And this is the only clip that I showed last week. I don't want to be redundant. And this is, if you were here last week, you saw this clip. I'm headed to the bus station, and the bus station is right across the street from Oxo. I'm on the main drag in a little town called El Arenal. So we're gonna walk down here and take a peek at the bus station. And this, if you didn't see this last week, this bus station will blow you away, okay? This is really funny. Okay, here we go. That's one bus line right there, quick. But here is the main bus line right here. Here's where you buy your ticket, and then you get on the bus. So I'm gonna buy a ticket, get on the bus, and then I'm going to go to Guadalajara. Doesn't he look like such a happy man? Now, I'm going to tell you what saved me on the trip. One thing that saved me was Lucy. Lucy saved me because she gave me so much information on how to get to Colima. And I wrote everything down. She emailed me where to go, what to do, and I carried, you may not be able to see this very well, but these are specific addresses of where I need to go. Because from where I am, I needed to go, there are 3 bus stations that I'm aware of. There are 3 bus stations that I'm aware of in Guadalajara. There's one right downtown Guadalajara. There is the Zapopan bus station in Guadalajara. And then there's a Tlaquepaque bus station in Guadalajara. So if you go to the wrong bus station, your trip's going to be messed up. So I needed to go from here to the Tlaquepaque terminal in Guadalajara, and from the Tlaquepaque terminal in Guadalajara, then I could go direct to Colima and get a taxi to Colima to my hotel. So between Lucy and my written down instructions, I was good to go. And I tell you what, whenever I take a taxi anywhere in Mexico, I write down on a piece of paper, because sometimes the names are hard to pronunciate when you give that piece of paper to the taxi driver. So, okay, here we go. So, here is the bus. And the bus line, and there again is the bus station. This is Sunday morning at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Not the best time to travel, because most Mexicans are off on Sundays. There's where they're going to put my luggage, right there. And this is like a standard bus. We're going to go inside the bus here in a second. It's more fancy than the kind of buses you see cruising around in Ajijic, Chapala. There's where the bus driver's going to sit, and you'll see it's there you go. I mean, that's a lot of people. There's the bus driver. That's a lot of people on the bus. I mean, the bus was almost full. Now, for me to go from where I am to the Tlaquepaque, which is Guadalajara pretty much, for me to go from here to there was going to cost me 90 pesos. That's $4.50. But since I have my Mexico Senior Citizens card, I get 50% off. So instead of paying $4.50, I paid $2.25 for a 1-hour bus ride. Okay, so that's how the trip started out. So we're gonna head to Guadalajara from here, El Arenal, to Guadalajara. It's not a beautiful trip, and once you hit Guadalajara, there's a ton of traffic. You can see some people have masks on, some people do not have masks, but that's how it was. That's how it was going there. So once I got to the Tlaquepaque terminal, now there are about 18 or 19 major bus lines. And when I say major bus lines, these bus lines are like Greyhound, but they're, from my experience, I haven't been on a Greyhound bus in about 35 years, but from my background, the buses in Mexico are way better than Greyhound. So the station, the terminal in Tlaquepaque is only for these major bus lines. And Lucy told me to take the ETN bus line. But when I got there, I was going to have to wait an hour for the next bus. But this other bus line that was next to the lady that I was talking to is called La Linea. And La Linea in English means the line. And the lady from La Linea said, well, I can get you out here in 8 minutes. And the trip was going to cost 360 pesos, which is like $16. But with my senior citizen discount card, I paid half of that, which was like $8 for a 3-hour trip. Let's see who's in here now. Gene and John. Hola, Gene and John. In the house. Jack Webb. Speaking of buses, I learned the difference of a second and third class bus. How to get to Poncho's, Soriana, Walmart, etc. Yeah, take a cab, Jack. Just take a cab. Take a taxi. So let's look at La Linea. Okay, here's my bus. This is the bus that I'm going to take to Colima. It's a double-decker bus. In a minute, we're going to go inside the bus. It's a double-decker, and it's luxurious. You have people, you have people sitting on the top, second floor, and you have people sitting on the bottom on the first floor. You have the option. I'm going to show you the menu from the computer that is in front of everybody. There's another major bus line, the sur, which means the south. But in here you have Wi-Fi. You have the option to choose from 72 different movies. You have 6 music channels you can choose from. It was really luxurious. Rochelle Katz, long time no see. Good to have you in the house. Larry, Ola Larry. That's my wife. That's what my wife said too. Take a day and yeah, really, honey, screw the bus. I mean, taxis are so cheap. Just take a taxi. When I was living in Chapala, I never took the bus. I only took the bus maybe 2 or 3 times when I was in Puerto Vallarta. Okay, now we're going to go inside the bus. We're going to go inside the bus now. Here we go. Check this out. Check this out. Here you go. I'm in the very front of the bus, and this was almost like a hotel room. The bathroom is right behind us. Look at this guy. The seats recline. There are the stairs. Those stairs you see in the background, they go to the second floor. And I'm in the first row. And that glass door right there, there's where the bus driver is. And these are the little computer terminals you can see there. And I'm going to show you the menu for the computer terminals in a second. You have plenty of leg room. The seats recline. They give you headphones when you get on the bus. So you just plug the headphones in and you just relax. The bus is very quiet and the scenery was actually very good all the way to Colima. It was excellent. It was excellent. Yeah. So on the way there, on the way to Colima, I sat on the first floor right behind the bus driver. And on the way back, I came back on La Linea and the same bus line, came back on the same bus line, but I sat in the front row on the second floor. So it's almost like you're in a hotel room or something. And you're just you have a great view with a giant window. Let's take a peek at what that looks like. Okay, here we go. This is on the way back from Colima. We're headed to Guadalajara. I'm in the first row. You can choose your seats. They have seat assignments. I told them I wanted to be on the top floor. I told them I wanted to be on the top floor in the front row. And this is what my view was like. I've got the camera. I mean, the window is totally clean. The bus is totally clean. And it was a fabulous trip. And the bus, you know how some buses, those buses that drive around Ajijic and Chapala, they're real noisy, like, this bus was so quiet. And I listened to classical music all the way back and read a book. It was so much better than being stressed out. And we're on a major highway here, going a nice rate of speed, totally relaxed, no problems. And I have to give all of my thanks to Lucy, who helped set up my entire plan of travel. So there you go. And I tell you what, let's take a look at what options you have. Yeah, Brian Maiden, very nice buses. Excellent. Saves a ton in gas money. I calculated out how much money I paid one way for my trip. Okay, so what happened was I took the bus from here to Guadalajara. That was $2.25. Then La Linea to Colima was like $8. Then I had to take a taxi to Colima. That was 150 pesos. It was a 20-minute trip in the taxi, but that was $8. That costs the same as a trip from Guadalajara to Colima. So in total, it was a 4-hour trip, and it cost me $21. If I had driven with gasoline, I would have to pay 3 tolls. It would have cost me $80 one way. So I saved $60, and I saved a lot of stress. I had no worries. I could listen to good music, and it was fabulous. Katrina, looks better than an airplane ride. I've taken 1 million airplane rides. It's way more comfortable than the airplane. I mean, it was awesome. And my only, the day before I left, I went out and bought a cooked chicken, and I had 4 chicken sandwiches with mayonnaise and onion and lettuce. So I had a bottle of water and my book, and then I had my cell phone because on the bus they have Wi-Fi, and I just had a great time on the bus. It was totally relaxing. Katrina, good morning, everyone. And Bill, that's an amazing bus, but there's more. Okay, I'm not sure what this thing is here. Oh, this is just there's the volcano. It's kind of hard to see, but the closer you get to Colima, then you can see this volcano. That happened kind of fast. I'm sorry, that happened fast. But Lucy, there's the volcano right there. Sometimes it's active, sometimes it's not. But we're going to do an entire video on the volcano. So over the next 2 weeks, I've got about 4 videos. I got 6 videos out of this 2-day trip. One day we went to the volcano. And what a lot of people don't know about Mexico is that Colima, which is a state, it's a state and a city. Like San Luis Potosi is a state, but in the state of San Luis Potosi, there's a city called San Luis Potosi. And in the state of Colima, there's a city called Colima. So Lucy took me to Colima. We're doing a walking tour through Colima. She took me to Coloma, and she took me to the volcano, and at the volcano there was a coffee farm. This guy that has this guy, I have a whole video on this. It'll blow you away. It's just one guy. He grows the coffee tree. He grows the coffee trees, and then he dries out the coffee beans, and then he has them packaged, and he sells his coffee throughout Mexico. So Lucy took me there. In Colima, there's a botanical garden by the guy that built it. This botanical botanical garden will blow your mind. There, outside of Colima, there is an excellent historical sites. About a month ago, I went to the pyramids, the circular pyramids here, but this historical site that we went to, it goes back to the year 500 BC. It's huge. Lucy took me there. It was unbelievable. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Annie, good morning from sunny Tucson. Welcome, Annie. Good to have you in the house. Jack Webb, hey, Bill. I ran into a lady with whom I went to college. Wow. Hadn't seen or heard from her in 35 years. She's retired, moved to Ahihique. That's crazy. That's crazy. The four of us had lunch together. It's freaky. It's a big world. You never know what's going to happen. LJ is in the house and he says, hit the like button. We got 40 people in the house, 14 likes, very much. And Brian Maiden, are you back in your house now? Yes, Brian. Now I'm back in my house. It's out in the country, so I'm broadcasting live from there. So let's go back into the bus. Oh well, okay. Here we go. Before we go back in the bus, here's your typical toll booth. And the bus is going to cruise right through the toll booths. We had to go through about 4 toll booths. And they have little people sitting in those little boxes waiting to take your money. But that's your typical Costa. That's the paid roads. If you're going to drive, if you're going to take the bus, you want to get on the paid roads. They have 2 types of highways. They would call them the paid highways are called costas. That means they cost. And then they have free highways, and they're called libre, which in Spanish means free. And you can take either one. I always take the paid tolls. Sometimes they'll cost $10, sometimes it's $15. But anyway, that's how the toll booths work. Okay, Rochelle Katz. Bill, did immigration officials stop the bus? No. I've taken the bus numerous times, like 100 times. And immigration, one time, my first bus ride was from Puerto Vallarta, and I was going to Mazatlan from Puerto Vallarta. It was like a 5-hour bus ride, and we got stopped by the federales, which is the federal police. One time, everybody had to get off the bus. I don't think anybody showed any documentation. They didn't search anybody. They just looked through the bus. They looked through the people, and then we got back on the bus. So we stopped maybe 10, 15 minutes. But on this trip, there was no stop. And on that first bus ride from Puerto Vallarta to Mazatlan, a 5-hour trip, that was the only time I was ever stopped. Okay, William Stoneman, good to see you in the house from East Tennessee. Glad you could join us. Okay, I'm missing something here. Here we go. I skipped something. Now this might blow. Fab, good morning, gang. Good morning, Fab. So let's take a look at here's the little computer thingy everybody has in front of them on the bus, and you can choose what type of movies you're going to see. I chose action and adventure. You can see there, it's kind of fuzzy, but you can see Batman, Captain America. All the movies are in English with subtitles. Look at that. I counted them. There are 72 different movies. 72 different movies. Again, when you get on the bus, they give you these little headphones. So most of the people on the bus plug in. In this case, we had time to watch like maybe 2 movies. I listened to music and read a book. I mean, it was a fabulous trip. Okay, William, leaving soon for Huatuco, and from and then Ajijic in January. Then Primera Plus to Querétaro for work 1 week. That's going to be a great trip. I've heard great things. I still need to Querétaro. I want to go there. I want to take a trip there. Brian Maiden, do you need all your documents with you? Well, I had all my documents with me. I had my passport. I had my senior citizen discount card. I had my permanent visa with me. I had my Mexican driver's license with me. So yeah, now I just carry the stuff with me. Why not? You know, if they stop me, what the heck? Okay. So it was a fantastic trip, and I tell you what, I talked to CMT 63, Chris and Mark, and I told them how I planned my trip. And I planned my trip totally through Facebook. And then Chris, that's the wife of Chris and Mark, she says, "Oh, I hate Facebook." Well, I don't use Facebook. I do post my videos on Facebook, but I know search engine optimization, and I know how to get my videos to show up on page 1 of YouTube in the top 10. And I researched Facebook marketing, and then I learned that every piece of information that you type into Facebook, that information is recorded. And like if you write, "I like green beans," they record that information, they record the information, and then they sell it to marketers. And I really don't like that. But what I'm finding out now is in almost every major city in Mexico, and even small places like Chapala, Ajijic, they have expat groups. And through those groups, you can contact people and find out how to do about anything in that town. So I try to go live every Saturday. I try to put out at least 1 video a week. I would rather put out 2 videos a week. So with this trip, I got 5 or 6 videos out of this trip. So if it comes to 6 videos, that means that I don't have to make another trip. I'm getting email. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I can't say your name. It's Israel James just sent me money. Woo! He clicked my PayPal button. Thank you very much. To take these trips, I got to spend money, okay? We had the trip cost. I was in a hotel. You're going to see the hotel in a minute, but it was like $28 a night. I was there 3 nights. So yeah, I gotta pay for these trips. So any contribution is, I'm very thankful for your contributions. And if you're watching this on the replay or the recorded version, we appreciate your donations. There's a link at the top of the description below, and you can donate $1, 50 cents, $10 like Israel, and thank you so much for your donations. Oh, okay. So back to Facebook. So now now I have 3 weeks to plan for my next video trip. And I think I might go to San Luis Potosi. And some people emailed me from San Luis Potosi. So I'm going to find a guide. And I'm telling you, having Lucy as a guide was super helpful. She saved me. She saved me a lot of pain and suffering. She gave me so much information. But anyway, if you want to go to Colima, Guadalajara, she worked at a tequila factory in Tequila, and she did tours for them for many years. But now I know, and you guys can do this yourselves. If you're going to visit here and you want to see things up front, get in a Facebook group with expats, because expats that have lived in a city for like 10, 15 years or even 5 years, they know a lot of things that you want to know, and they can save you a lot of time and money. So, and also get a guide. They have English-speaking guides wherever you want to go. And that's how I found Lucy. I joined a Facebook group in Colima, and Lucy had posted a comment on Facebook saying, "Hey, I'm a guide. If you want to go to the volcano, you want to go to Colima, you want to go to Guadalajara, I can take you around." And that's where I found Lucy. So I'm kind of reinventing how I'm making my videos, but you can use some of these tips yourself. Okay, here we go. Christine Prowse. Those houses are so amazing. That seems like those buses. Those buses are so amazing. That seems like the only way to go. I tell you, Christine, it was fabulous. It was so relaxing. It was so relaxing. Okay, Don Cole. Hi, Bill. Watching you from Florida. Don Cole in the house. William. Are they alternate methods to connect with local groups since I refuse to use Facebook? Oh, that's a good question. I'm sure they have. Yesterday when I was talking to Chris and Mark, she mentioned some group. It's called Discord, and it's not like Facebook, but they have different categories. I'm sure that Reddit has expat groups all over the world. Those are two places that comes to mind. LinkedIn probably has expat groups all over the world. Instagram, owned by Facebook, probably has expat groups all over the world. So look around, do a search. Just go to Google and do a search for expat groups. Okay, Ursula is in the house. Can a woman live on $1,500 a month, including medical insurance? I think you can. Ursula, I believe you can. The average per capita income in Mexico is $9,000 a year. So, also, responding to Ursula's question, Lucy told me that if you live in Colima, you can get a really nice apartment for $500 or less a month. $500 is a lot of money for an apartment in Colima. So, and I saw an ad on Facebook for an apartment in Colima. Actually, it was a house. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for 8,000 pesos a month. That's $400 a month. And Colima is as cheap as Colima. So you can probably get an apartment for $300 or $400 a month. And on $1,500 a month, that leaves you $1,200 a month to do whatever you want to do. And you should be able to get health care also. Ursula, okay, Ursula. Michael Adams, yes, quite comfortably in Chapala. But again, you guys, look outside of Chapala Ajijic. There are benefits to living in the Chapala Ajijic area because of all the expats that are there. But if you get away from Ajijic Chapala, you can pay maybe $300 or $400 a month for rent, and that's really cheap. Don Cole, yippee! Don Cole going to Panama next week. Hoping to be back in Mexico in June. You go, girl. Don Cole, that girl travels the world. Jack Webb, gotta check out and walk down to meet Katie Ibarra. I'll let her said howdy. See you in a couple of weeks. Jack, thanks for dropping in on us, and tell Katie I said hello. And Katie's going to do a great job for Jack. She's going to drive him and his wife around, show them houses. She's very good, extremely knowledgeable, and all of her contact information is in the description below. Gord, hi Bill, hello, welcome. Christine, you certainly can live on far less than the temporary residency requirement. It's getting that temporary residency visa that is tricky. Yeah, it is tricky, especially with all these new rules that they have, especially with the money. Brian Maiden, I wake up every Saturday looking forward to watching your program. Your videos and information are so very helpful, and your smile and laughter brings a smile to me. Thank you so, Brian Maiden, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I work hard to make these videos. I love doing it. I'm going to put out this bus ride travel video tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. Then I'll put out the Lucy video probably around Tuesday of this week. Then the other volcano, one about Colima, one about Colima. We're going to the volcano. Right next to the volcano, there is a lake, which is actually on top of a mountain, and it's a volcano crater that is now a park. That it's a lake. And all of these historical places where Lucy took me is phenomenal. Ursula, you're very welcome, Ursula. Still trying to figure out that loop, Christine. Yeah. And Ursula, if you haven't done so already, I have a link to my immigration attorneys in the description below. Many people in the group have used Albero and Naomi. I'd say at least 150 people that are subscribers have worked with these attorneys to get their one-year visa, 2-year visa, 3-year visa, or a permanent visa. They're very good. Their office is in Guadalajara, but they visit the Lake Chapala Society in Ajijic every Thursday. They will help you out. So we have about 16 minutes to go. And again, if you're watching this on replay and you'd like to donate to the channel to help fund the channel so I can make these trips and keep my equipment all up to date, there's a link below in the description. And you click in there, it takes you to PayPal. You can use PayPal, Visa, American Express, or MasterCharge. And I thank you so much for your contributions. Now, okay, so I took the trip. I must say that Colima is a different climate than Ajijic Chapala. And Ajijic Chapala, Guadalajara, Tequila There is no humidity here. That's the best part about living here. Don Cole, thank you for your donation. Don Cole, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don Cole, thank you so much. The climate in Colima, it's humid like Puerto Vallarta. And our second day, and Lucy said ahead of time, she said, okay, bring some water, dress for the weather. It's going to be hot and humid. Wear a hat. And we were out for 5 hours. Most of that time is in the sun. Also, Lucy is driving us around, telling me about everything. And on the second day we went, we started at 11 and we would end around 4 or 5. But at the end of the day, our second day, I didn't realize it, but I almost passed out. And I didn't know what was going on. I was hot. And she had a cooler in her back seat with a bunch of electrolyte and stuff. And I didn't say anything to her, but she said, have you drinking any water today? And I said, no. And she gave me some water. I was going to pass out. But if you're thinking about Colima, and I'm considering moving to Colima, but you guys know how fickle I am. I'm fickle. Everywhere I go in Mexico, I fall in love with. And Catherine just donated to the channel, and I thank you so much, Catherine, Don Cole, and the first person that donated. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for donated to the channel. That helps me take more trips. But anyway, Colima, it's a humid environment. Colima, you would fall, if you go to Colima, you would fall in love with Colima. And at the end of the day, after each tour that Lucy gave me, we went to a restaurant. And on Monday, we went to a fabulous restaurant and had fabulous Mexican food in a fabulous, real family Mexican restaurant. And they have this weird thing in Colima. You're going to see the Plaza here in a second. In a second, I'm going to show you the Plaza, but the Plaza is surrounded by restaurants. And from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 6 o'clock in the afternoon, if you buy a beverage, it can be a beer, a shot of tequila, it can be lemonade. Between 1 and 6 in the afternoon, they bring you food the whole time you're there drinking your beverages. And they come like every 10 minutes with snack food. But and so she took me to that. There's a name in Spanish for it. It's called like snack time or something like that. Lucy, in the video this week, she talks about it. I asked her about it. And so the tours were great. I strongly suggest taking a tour. Okay, Christine, let me know when you find that loop and how Ursula. Okay, very good. Let's keep on moving here. Oh, here we go. Now here's where I stayed. This is called the Hotel Posada. It's in Colima, not Colima, but Colima. Oh, Donna, somebody gave me a donation, but I can't see who it is. Somebody, let me get into the cell phone here and see who gave me a donation real quick, because I do want to say thank you. What's going on? That's social. Oh, here we go. Who is this from? It doesn't say who it's. Katrina! Katrina, thank you very much for your donation. Thank you guys. Oh, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. But let's go back to the hotel. Here's the hotel. I was paying like $28 a night. It was very clean. I make a video about the hotel. I show you more video of the hotel. It has 3 buildings. The building on the left is the old building. The brown building is all brand new. And then I stayed in, I guess, maybe the oldest place, which is on the right there. It's hard to see. But it has a balcony. And I demanded a room with a balcony. I called them ahead of time to make my reservation. Good morning, Joan Richards. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, Joan Richards. Great to have you in the house. But that little white building on the right is where I stayed. And there's a balcony, and the balcony overlooks a creek. And this is called the Hotel Posada. And I'll be putting, when I do the travel video this week, I will have a link to their website. $28 a night, very clean. I totally enjoyed it. And here's my back porch. I'm on the back porch, and there's a little deck below me. Oh, and you can see the chickens. Those are chickens walking around there. There are a couple of geese that are pets, and the geese would walk around all day, and there's a creek. So this place is surrounded by beautiful trees, geese, chickens, a little river, and that's the restaurant. They didn't have the chairs out right there, but that's the restaurant, and they serve food, wonderful breakfasts from 8 a.m. to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is where I stayed, and it was $28 a night, okay? Oh, also, and it was $28 a night, and I was only 4 blocks from the square. And for those of you that have been following regularly, I did a video, I think my last video was about OXXO. So they had an OXXO right on the square. There was an OXXO right across the street from the entrance of my hotel. Lots of places to eat. $28 a night, and it was an excellent place. So we have about 7 minutes to go, folks. But also the restaurant, look at this. If you look at it very closely, you can see there are 2 pet peacocks. And I would suppose the one with has all the feathers is the male, and the white one is the female. They also had a pet dog that would run around, and whenever the dog saw the geese, he would go the other way. That's where I stayed, right there in the white building. But it was a great trip. I'm telling you guys, get out and check out places. If you're going to visit, there's the receptionist. If you're going to visit Ajijic Chapala, get on a bus and visit places. Mexico is so fabulous. Just get wild with your imagination and say, oh, where am I going to go? Because now that I have this new method of getting information, all I need to know is what bus do I take? And I told Lucy, I want to spend less than $50 a night, and I ended up spending $28 a night. And on these Facebook groups or somewhere on the internet, you can find some expat or some English-speaking Mexican national that can tell you, oh, you can stay at this hotel. You can tell them, I only want to spend where can I spend the night? And I only spend like $30 or less a night, and I want the place to be in walking distance to restaurants and bars and the Plaza. What hotels do this? So Lucy gave me 2 options, and I went with one of the options. I went with all of her, but I got all my information from Facebook. Okay, Christine Prowse. What a charming hotel, Posada. I love to see chickens and other critters around the grounds. It seems like a very nice trip. The trip was awesome. Tim Olson. Hi, Tim. Great to have you in the house. Great to have all of you. Great to have all of you in the house. And I got a big funny part of this is this house is owned by a couple, Mike and Danny. They're gay. Mike is my longtime friend. He's 73. Danny is 28. And Danny's aunt comes and cleans the house every Tuesday. Then they have a gardener that comes like almost every day of the week. It's a huge place. But Chuya, I think her name is Chuya. So she comes every Tuesday. So last Tuesday I said, I won't be here next Tuesday. I'm going to Colima. And she says, well, when are you leaving? When are you coming back? And her husband is a contractor. Her husband built this house pretty much all by himself. But anyway, she says, when are you leaving? I said, I'm leaving Sunday around 10 o'clock in the morning. And she said, we'll come pick you up and take you to the bus station. I said, okay. So her and her husband, Chewy, came and picked me up. They took me to the bus station, and she says, when you come back, call me and I'll come pick you up from the bus station. And so when I was leaving Guadalajara, I called her on the phone, or I sent her a message through WhatsApp. She came and picked me up at the bus station, and she comes and waters the plants. She just left, but anyway, had to throw that in. Cindy, 3 cheers for Lucy. She really helped you out, put together a great trip. And I'm telling you guys, I found Lucy on Facebook. And if you want to do a Guadalajara tour, a Colima tour, a Coloma tour, contact Lucy. I'll be doing a video on her this week, and her contact information will be in the description. Tim Olson, I'm late viewing you. How do we get in contact with Lucy? Okay, let's do this for now. Let me get in the video that I'm going to do with Lucy this week. I will have her contact information, but for now, let me put her email right here. She spells her name Lucie, Lucie, and that is her email address. And notice after the @ sign, it says michicomagico.com. That is her website. And she lists all the tours that she does on her website. Okay, we got about a minute to go, folks. I still have more videos to show. Here is the Plaza in Colima, Coloma. My hotel is 4 blocks from this plaza, and there's the volcano way out there in the background. And this is the plaza at the bottom of the picture. That's an OXXO right there. And the Plaza has all kinds of bars and restaurants. And this is the city of Colima. I don't even know what the population was. I bet the population is about 10,000 people. Everybody was very friendly. Whenever I was walking around town, people would stop. People would say, hello there. I mean, I'm a total stranger. People would stop and say hello. It was a beautiful, quaint, quiet town. Also, they call it the White Town, the town of the white. And that is because all of the houses in the town are painted white. All the houses are painted white. They call it the White Town, okay? And it's very super clean. And when I left, when I was going to take a taxi to the bus station, they always have 4 or 5 taxis right at the square. The people were very friendly. David Dupree, hello, Bill. Hope you are well. David Dupree, I'm having a great time. It's Saturday morning. I'm with you guys. What's going on here? Okay, I'm with you guys here again on a wonderful Saturday morning. Susan, OXXO here, OXXO there, OXXO everywhere. You are so right. And when I was on the bus, when you're on the bus, you go by all these gas stations, and I must have when on the bus, I must have passed like 40 OXXOs. OXXO is everywhere, and the good thing about OXXO is all of them are the same, so you always know what you're going to get when you go to OXXO. Christine Prowse, going anywhere in the States and staying is so very expensive. I went somewhere for 5 nights during Christmas time and spent $400 at an Airbnb, and a hotel would have been even more crazy. Yeah. Oh, okay. I still got a couple more videos. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here is the drone shot of the Plaza. You can see the gazebo over there on the left. There are the taxis on the corner right across the street from the Catholic Church. I tell you, I could live here. Lucy lives here. Lucy lives in this town. I think she's lived here for like 7 years. She knows all of the people. It was a very great experience. Woo! Morgan Jones. Hey, Bill from Sacramento. From Sacramento. Nice to see you, Morgan. Nice to see you. Nice to have you in the house. We have 50 people in the house. All of a sudden, we're crowded now. But it was a great trip. We have more videos to come. If you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. And does anybody have any questions before I sign out today? This was, it was a fabulous trip. I love living in Mexico. Tim Olson, if you take the bus from Guadalajara to Puerto Vallarta, make sure to bring a beverage and a snack because there is no stops during the 4-hour trip. That's true, Tim. If you're going to take a bus ride, take some good food with you. Again, the buses have very clean bathrooms. You can watch movies. But for my bus ride, I had 4 chicken sandwiches. I didn't eat them all. In fact, I didn't eat any of it. I ended up eating those chicken sandwiches at nighttime in the hotel. But it makes you feel so much better. And on that bus ride from Guadalajara to Puerto Vallarta, I've taken that bus ride 1,000,000 times. They used to give you an apple and a sandwich, but on this trip, they didn't give you any food. Maybe they're not doing that anymore. Thumbs up, folks. Cindy, hola, Cindy. Adios. Ursula, have a great week, Bill. Bella, late viewing. Love your channel. Thank you so much. Pat Duffy. Hi, Bill. My wife and I heading down April 19th. Yay. Come on down, Pat, and enjoy Mexico. Come on down and enjoy. I love living in Mexico. My family and friends ask me, when are you coming back to the States? When are you coming to visit? And I tell them, never. I'm never going back to the United States. The people here are so friendly. It's so cheap here. It hasn't rained here in Chapala, Ajijic for about 2 months, maybe 3 months. There is none of this. None of this. We don't have that down here. That's another big benefit. So I'm never leaving Mexico. Okay, Pat Duffy, great information. Thank you so much. Annie, did you get the chicken from the other woman, the lady that sells the chicken down the street from where I there's a lady that she roasts chickens every Saturday and Sunday. And at 2:00 today, I'm going to her house and get me a half chicken. And it comes with tortillas, lettuce, a big chili, something else comes with the chicken. But I'll get that this afternoon. Okay. Israel, thanks again for the donation. Thank you so much for the donation. I will be back next week. And next week, I'll show you a bit more videos on the travel. And I'll share with you segments from the Lucy video interview. It's about a 27-minute interview. She's extremely informative. Donna, it snowed here in Columbus, Ohio yesterday. Thank goodness it did not stick. Yeah, this picture, this is right behind Riverside Drive in Columbus, Ohio in January. Oh, yeah, I remember one time in Columbus, Ohio, it was the end of May. And it snowed about 12 inches. It was almost the last day of May. Columbus, Ohio weather, you never know what's going to happen. So thank you so much. Again, if you're watching the rebroadcast and you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to click the donate button. Katrina, are you going to video on your experience of being black in Mexico? Katrina, that is an excellent question. Katrina, that is an excellent question because I want to do a video about being black in Mexico because a lot of people, if you're not black and you live in the United States, and if you're a Caucasian, you have no clue what it's like to be black in the United States because every minute that you live in the United States, you are reminded that you are not white, that you are not welcome. And I mean, I've been accused of stealing my own car 10 times in the United States. I couldn't go to the 2 swimming pools. One was next door when I was a kid. Another one was a quarter mile down the street because I was black. The Ku Klux Klan, Grand Dragon, lived a quarter mile away from our house. And when I was in 4th grade, all the little kids on the bus would have Ku Klux Klan magazines. There's none of that down here. Down here, you're just a person. Now, skin color is an issue in Mexico. That's a totally different story. But Katrina, yeah, I might do that racial, what it's like to live in Mexico for black people. If you're a black American living in Mexico, I've been here 17 years. I've never had. It's like I'm just like a person. I'm like invisible. No one has ever said anything or given me any attitude about my skin color. And it's being black down here is fabulous. John Colby. Hola, John. That John Colby. It doesn't matter if you're late. We're always happy to have you in the house. Welcome. You can watch the replay. It's all about the trip. Annie, thanks, Bill. Have a great week, everyone. Annie, adios. Robert, I know who you are. Hi, Bill. It's Rob S. from Palm Springs, California. Been listening to you. Always enjoy your programming. Rob S., thanks for joining us. I'm getting ready to go get some chicken. Katrina the Maker, check out the Yarburls on YouTube. Covered that topic. Very good, James and Rena. Thank you for that tip. Okay, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. Thank you all. Love you all. And I will see you next week. Oh, also, Steve. Hell, Bill, what are your thoughts on Mazatlan? Steve, I did a 5-part series on Mazatlan. Check out my playlist. There are 5 or 6 videos. I love Mazatlan. When I got home to Chapala at the time from Mazatlan, I was ready to move to Mazatlan. I could live in Mazatlan in a heartbeat. I love Mazatlan. That girl, always a pleasure to join you on Saturdays live. Have a great week. Adios. And I'm going to say adios too. Love you all. Have a great weekend. And tomorrow we go through daylight savings time. I start today at 9. So next week I can start at 10 o'clock like a normal broadcast. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. Love you all. Adios.